Welcome to this 2022 women's tennis season preview. Matt Mendel alongside Steve Anschutz, who's been the women's tennis head coach since the spring of 2012. Coach, great to be with you again. Hard to believe another school year, a new season upon us. First of all, how was your off season?
Nice. It was relaxing. Got to enjoy summer. It was a nice summer.
Yes. From a tennis perspective, you go back to the 2021-22 school year for the women's side. They went 10-14 overall, but 8-1 in conference play. How do you go about summarizing the way the last school year panned out?
Yeah, we actually put together the most difficult schedule we've ever done before, where we were playing a lot of regionally and nationally ranked teams. And we went 10-14, so I think we learned a lot from that season, and a lot of the ladies appreciated what we did, and I think you're going to see the benefits actually come through this year.
When you look at your roster of 11, 9 are returning. That's a pretty good problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah, very good problem to have, and that's what we're trying to figure out this week during fall camp.
I was going to ask you, from a lineup standpoint, essentially, do you have a good sense of where everyone's going to be positioned based on last year, or is it kind of a free-for-all here in the preseason?
I think it's a mix of both. You have those players that are higher up in the lineup that kind of has established their roles, but then at the bottom we lost our 6. And then you have a few players that last year were at like 7 and 8, and they've improved a lot over the summer, so they're fighting for that kind of bottom area.
Ricky Budowitz has been number one for, it seems like, forever, but she is back for another year. How have you seen her game evolve in her time as a Falcon?
I would say probably more mentally in the last couple of years. She really got better physically in her freshman, sophomore, junior years. But then halfway through her junior year into the senior year, I think she's trying to figure out a lot of things mentally. And when you're playing one, you never get a day off. And I think she has come to appreciate that.
What did you see from your top doubles team, Ashley Samuda, but also Ricky Budowitz? A nice 1-2 combo.
Oh, yeah. We saw great stuff last year. I mean, we took out Whitewater at one point at the ITA tournament, and they took out a lot of good teams. I think they finally see that they belong at that spot, and they can really compete with any team at that spot.
As mentioned, when you look at the roster, only a couple of freshmen have been added. How have they been fitting in so far?
Very good. They seem to really like our culture, and they're jumping in, and no complaints so far.
No, that's good. That's good. With so much experience back in, I know there's a mindset with some of the athletes, perhaps unfinished business, trying to, rebound from how last season came to a close. Here in the preseason, here in training camp, what's been the focus, and what does training camp look like with so much experience on the court?
Yeah, to be honest, our biggest focus is the last couple of years, we have this new buzzword in athletics of mental health, right? And we're taking that extremely serious. We saw a lot of players have mental health issues last year, both on the court and off the court. And so our big goal this year is just making every player and having tennis be part of the solution of mental health and helping people become the best possible player and person that they can be.
Was it nice for you from a coaching standpoint? I'm sure for the players it was as well. Was it nice to kind of have a somewhat normal, off season, but also spring into fall, unlike the year before?
Yeah, I think we finally feel like we're back to normal, right? Like you have summer, you can train, you can go on vacation, and now we're going into fall camp, and there's nothing. You don't have to wear masks. You don't have to worry about this policy or XYZ. It finally just feels like you can settle down a little bit and do what you do best.
Well, from a conference standpoint, obviously the Falcons will be in the conversation. You expect Illinois Tech and Edgewood to be right there again?
Yeah, I would think you're going to see those same teams up there again. WLC did a really good job last year, and they've been really impressing me lately. So they might fall into that mark. It'll just see what kind of freshmen came in for all the teams.
Season starts, non-conference play coming up on September 3rd to wrap it all up. What excites you about what could be this upcoming season?
I'm most excited to see what all our returners can do. I mean, we have a lot of people that have come back, like you said, 9 out of 11. And last year, we kind of felt like the season got stolen from us. I can't remember the last time we lost in the semis of the conference tournament. So this year, we're going for the gold, big time.
Coach, as always, thanks a lot for your time. All the best this season.
Thank you.
Continuing with our 2022 women's tennis season preview, being joined by Mia Andre, kind of join us here from the tennis courts. How was your off season?
It was great. It was definitely hard after last year's loss, but we've been working hard.
Now for you, did you play a lot of tennis in the summer?
Not as much as I should have, but yes, I did play.
Now, when you look back, the last couple of years you've been named all-conference. When you comes to your singles play, what does it mean to you to be of all-conference status?
It just means like you work hard, and that's kind of just a title that shows you have been working hard and that it does pay off. So
When you look at, I guess, your individual play, how did you feel the 2021-22 school year went?
I think I had a lot of ups, and I definitely had some downs. I think coming back, there's a lot, much more that I want to do this year. So definitely more improvement.
In your time as a Falcon, how do you feel your game has improved?
I think it's improved a lot, not just like my shots and stuff, but mentally and strategically. I feel like it's developed a ton.
When you look at lineup-wise, a lot of experience back here in this 2022-23 school year. You were part of the number 2 doubles team, number 5 singles. Right now, is that, kind of what you're thinking is going to be the way the season starts, or is there some pretty good competition when it comes to that lineup?
Yeah, I think we only lost one player this year, so I think the lineup's going to be very similar to last year. We only have one spot open, so I think that's going to be close to around the same.
Do you anticipate teaming up with Cheyenne Phillips again as your doubles partner?
I think so. I think we would be awesome this year, having 1 year down. So I hope so.
How did that work for you guys last year? Was that kind of did it, click right away? Did it take a little getting used to?
It definitely took getting used to because she was only a freshman, so I think college level is just so much different than high school. So it took a little bit getting used to, but we got the hang of it and gained more chemistry as the season went on.
Right now, you guys are in the preseason training camp, if you will. What's a typical practice look like? What goes on in training camp?
So for a day, we have morning practice for like 2 hours, and then we always have fitness for like 45 minutes to an hour. We have lunch, workshops, and then we have an evening practice for 2.5 to 3 hours at night.
Whew.
So it's a long day.
With so much experience back and only a couple of freshmen added, how close is this team?
It's super close. I think we all consider each other as family, not just a team. So I think that's what makes like the team so special.
Finally, for you, goals you have for yourself this upcoming school year for the tennis team, and what goals do you have for the team overall?
I think a lot of us share the common goal is to win conference, especially after last year. I think that's always our goal, and to make it to nationals and win a point there. I think we all have individual goals, and I do too, like every practice or every match. But those would be the big ones.
Thanks a lot for your time and all the best this upcoming season.
Yeah, thank you.
Ashley Samuda, my guest, as we continue with our 2022 women's tennis season preview. And before we talk about the here and now, how was your summer?
It was good, yeah. Did a lot of working, playing tennis, so it was good.
On a typical summer week, how much tennis would you play?
Oh, shoot. I don't know how many hours. I mean, I'm working a lot. I work as a tennis coach, too, but didn't play as much as I probably should have, so.
Last school year, when you look at your numbers, you end up going 11-10 in singles play, 10-10 in doubles. You were all conference in both singles and doubles. Thoughts on the way your season played out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had our ups and our downs. Me and Rick, we did pretty well, but we had our ups and our downs, like I said. But I think we're just looking forward to this coming year and just working super hard, so yeah.
How about for you? Is there a different confidence going into this season versus where maybe your confidence level was going into year number 1 of your college career?
Oh, for sure. I mean, year 1, didn't really know what to expect because your first year of college, just getting started and getting into it. I think this year I know what to expect a little more of the team, a little more comfortable with that. But yeah, I think more comfortable. Mm-hmm.
As of now, you expecting you were number 2 singles, number 1 doubles a year ago. You expecting more of the same?
Yeah, I would say so. Just working hard still. Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Ricky Budowitz being your doubles partner. What's it like to play alongside Ricky?
Oh, it's so fun. We always have a blast. We stay focused still, but it's always a blast with Ricky.
Obviously, you play both singles and doubles, but you prefer one or the other?
I get this question asked all the time, but I would say doubles just because you're talking with a partner and you get to strategize, have fun.
Does that take, though, some getting used to? Or, obviously now you're pro, but, at first going from one to the other and just realizing, oh, wait, now I'm singles. Now I don't have a partner to rely on.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely goes through your mind when you're getting mentally ready for those matches that you have to have a different strategy for singles rather than doubles. So, I definitely think there's differences.
From what you've seen so far here in training camp, how's the team looking?
We're looking really well, yeah. Like Mia said earlier, we got 2 seniors coming back, her and Ricky. Got some new freshmen, so I think we're looking really well.
Is there a hunger or a sense of unfinished business after last year?
Oh, absolutely. I think more than ever, actually, because, I mean, we were expected to win conference, go to nationals, and obviously that didn't happen. So I think this year we always have that mindset of we're really hungry for more, and we really want that. So we're working hard already.
Only a couple of freshmen out on the team. How are the newcomers fitting in?
Good. They're awesome. We love Maddie and Abby, so they're fitting right in.
Yeah, it's kind of unique. Again, only two newcomers, so many experienced players. Has it gotten to the point where you guys kind of know what to expect as far as the returnees, what to expect from one or the other on the court?
I mean, yeah, I would say so. Just expecting that everyone works hard, and obviously they do. So that's the only thing we expect, and obviously to have fun.
And to wrap it all up for you, goals you have for yourself and for the team this upcoming fall.
Yeah, I mean, we wanna get to conference, go to nationals, but for personal goals, just work super hard and go step by step, take it each by each.
All the best this upcoming season. And for the women's tennis team, their season will begin coming up on September the 3rd. They will be at Carroll also that same day, taking on North Central.